Welcome to another Down the Rabbit Hole video. I'm going to try out a new piece of audio equipment here, and this is in response to a comment somebody made on my Vancouver Retro Gaming Expo video from last year. At the end of the show, I decided to just show the couple of items that I had, and I was standing outside of the event. There was a lot of traffic, there was a lot of ambient noise, and somebody made a comment, "Would you please get a lapel mic?" And that's basically what I've got here. This is the Purple Panda, what's it called here? Lavalier? Purple Panda lavalier microphone. I've been hearing some very good things about this particular brand. It's only 40 bucks, and what comes in this bag is a heck of a lot of good stuff. So let's open it up and see all the different pieces. So it comes with a very nice little carrying bag, which is good because inside here is actually quite a lot of stuff. I mean, in addition to the microphone being very good, they say, it actually has some very nice extra bonus pieces. What do we got here? Here is an adapter so that you can actually plug this thing into like a GoPro camera. It's one of those little, almost looks like USB. I don't know the exact name for it, but it comes with that. Comes with a very long, I think this is like a 10-foot long cable, so I can sort of have this thing going down my sleeve or something like that, and I can stand a good distance away from the camera. I'm going to try that out later. It has a clip, so you'll be noticing this thing kind of attached like a bug on my lapel. Oh, now there's the nice thing. This actually comes with a, what do they call it, a windsock? Going to put that over the microphone. I'm going to try out different scenarios for this thing, but that's to keep the wind from making too much of a noise. And finally, there is the lapel mic itself. Oh, actually, there's two pieces here. Oh, that's yet another little adapter so that you can plug this into... Oh, what is that? See, I think this thing is designed like this has got the three... Where is it here? This has got those three little... rings there that'll go into like a mobile phone kind of a thing, and then if you got slightly more advanced type of camera, you can plug this in here, and this will actually plug into the audio input for that kind of a camera. So yeah, you do get quite a lot of little adapters and stuff with this setup. There's the microphone itself. It comes with a little protective dome to begin with. Let's see if I can carefully remove this. Can I carefully remove this? I don't want to just rip this thing off. Well, there we go. Yeah, so you can see there is the microphone, and apparently the sound quality on this thing is really, really nice. Let me just show, now I'm assuming, I'll probably check the instructions in a second here. If I'm in a windy scenario, do I put this over just the regular mic, or do I put this over the other one? How big is this little, ooh, it's quite tiny. Okay, so I guess... Ooh, wow, where the heck is the bottom of that thing? This is not going to be as easy as I thought. Trying to get that in there. You know what, I'll mess with the pom-pom later on. Okay, so yeah, this is the Purple Panda. And I guess what I'm going to do... I don't know if I can just plug this in while recording. I'm going to give that a whirl. And just see, oh, hang on, what else is inside here? We've got a little, I think these are just instructions. Yeah, thanks for joining the Purple Panda family. We'd like to give you a free gift. Ooh, nice, thank you. All right, let's see here, compatibility. Oh, there we go. So it shows you that connector, the main one that it comes with, uses for smartphones, MacBook, iPad, PS4, wow. You use this secondary adapter here if you want to put it into a DSLR, camcorder, portable recorder, GoPro, Hero 2, 5, 6, or 7, desktops or laptops. And then this little guy is used for GoPro Hero 3, Hero 3, and, wait a minute, GoPro Hero 3 minus Hero 3 plus or minus Hero 4? I don't get that math, but okay. Sure. So that's a nice little guide. So that's what all of these little connectors and adapters are for, and that's to keep the wind out. So let's just see what happens if I try to plug this thing in right as I'm recording here. This may or may not work. Let me just give myself a little bit of extension. And this may or may not actually cause the entire audio of the video to suddenly stop. So if it does, I apologize. Let's just quickly see what happens. I hope you're still with me, because I am now plugging in the microphone live as we speak. And I hope you can hear me. This is me speaking into the microphone at where it would basically be if I clip it in. I'm just going to do a blow test. I hope that means it's really coming through on the microphone. If not, I've been saying nothing for the last couple of minutes. I better stop here and just check. Very interesting. Okay, so yeah, apparently the native app that I use for recording video refuses to recognize this microphone. But luckily, I do have this other footage app, so I'm just going to plug in again. And now you're listening to me on the microphone. So yeah, pretty interesting. So I guess anytime I'm going to be using this lavalier, I'm going to have to know to use the other app. Not a big deal, but that's just a neat thing to learn, find out. Did some Google searching. I mean, if anybody knows a better way, apparently older versions of Android did allow you to just plug in a phone and you could start recording using the built-in app. But some phones like Google Pixel and stuff, they simply refuse to recognize external microphones, even if you set the permissions right. But we're not here to talk about apps. We're here to actually review the microphone. So this is me talking into it. I notice it sounds a little bit cupped, a little bit, I don't know, tinny almost compared to, if I now unplug it. There we go. So that's me now just using the built-in microphone that the phone has. And I guess what I'll also try, I'm going to put this little guy and this little guy on here as well. Okay, I also really noticed compared to the built-in microphone, this thing is louder too. So let's do these two little muffs on top, but let's just do kind of a A-B comparison, or ABC. I'm now plugging the microphone in again. Here we go. So now you can hear me. And I'm going to just clip this thing on where I think I would normally wear it. Roughly, lapel height. Like that. Again, apologies if I'm way too loud. So I have a feeling this is the way I would normally wear it and I would normally be talking. I'm not sure how loud that is. But now, I'm going to put this little guy on, just to see what it does. That is now that little protector for the microphone on, and I doubt it makes any difference, but certainly as far as any p effect, I doubt you're going to hear any of that. And then, let's put the windsock on. Let me just take this guy off. Windsock's a little tricky to put on, I must confess, but I'm glad it's included in the kit. There we go, there's the windsock on. You're probably not hearing any difference yourself, but if I do any kind of or if I'm out in a windy scenario, if I go, I'm hoping that doesn't give us a lot of microphone burnout sound. Okay, couple of more experiments I'm going to try out as well in addition to these. Okay, yeah, way too loud. I think I'm spiking the mic. So, since it's so sensitive, let's try putting it somewhere else, like maybe around my elbow or something, just to give that a comparison. Okay, this is me talking in my normal volume. How does that sound? This is with the microphone kind of far away from my mouth, but man, I was just maxing out way too much on the recording there. Alright, now, since we know what the audio level is like on this thing, let's see how far this thing stretches. So, first of all, let me just plug in. There we go. And now that we know how loud this thing is, totally going to just put it on my elbow. I was going to put it here, but too loud. And this is here, the regular built-in length. I think that's a good 5 feet away. Luckily, I also have an extension cable. So now we're going to try that out. I don't think I would normally be doing it this way, but there are times when maybe I'm walking around something and I need to be this far away that this would actually be handy. So now, this is a 10-foot long cable. So I'm going to come back up. I'm going to unplug the sound. And now you're just dealing with built-in audio. And here we are with both the regular cable plus the extension cable all the way up to the camera, and this is the full length. This is almost 15 feet. There's a little bit of a bow in the wire, but this is about as far away as I could normally get from this thing. I discovered that the extension cable that this goes into, where it clicks in, it requires an extra amount of click before it'll actually go all the way in. So that's something we learned, but here we are at maximum wired distance. And now here's about as far away as I can get from the camera. This is kind of an interesting Alice in Wonderland view that you're seeing, but I just want to compare and see, can I do it this way as well? Because if so, this makes it capable for me to record audio anywhere. Now you're probably asking yourself, hey, wait a minute, how'd you do that last shot where you're like way down the hallway? And why is it suddenly sounding a lot better through the microphone? To answer the first question, I'm actually doing this, and it also answers the second question. I'm not connected to the phone that I'm filming with in any way, whether wirelessly or through a big long cable right now. What I'm actually doing is I'm recording the audio on my iPod Touch using the voice memo app. You can see my voice going around in there. And what that's going to do is create an audio file that you're listening to right now that honestly sounds a lot better, if you ask me. So I think from now on, I'm probably just going to be using this way to record, and to heck with like running a big long wire to the phone and stuff. What that also means is that this sound quality that you're hearing now, which I think is honestly better than what's throughout the rest of this video, is it all depends on what you plug the microphone into. I tried this obviously in the iPod. I tried it in my PlayStation 4, I tried it in a laptop, and I noticed much better quality voice sounding signatures of the audio from those different devices. So my phone, although it's great for a lot of recording and stuff, it's not great for microphone input dynamic quality. So the rest of this video, unfortunately, has what it sounds like when this thing is plugged into the phone. Apologies that it's a little tinny and cupped. I describe it as sounding very cupped at a certain point. Don't take that as representative of what the microphone always sounds like no matter what you plug it into. That's a particular characteristic of my phone. It's not the microphone. What you're listening to now sounds really good if you ask me, and honestly I think this will be the kind of recording that I do in the future. Now, what would it be like if we take the lavalier outside? And as it would so happen, the wind has now kicked in, so how does this sound? There's a windsock on my elbow. There's definitely a bit more of a breeze now that I'm... Yes, there we go. This is a pretty breezy moment. I also wouldn't mind maybe going to where there's some traffic, just to do that sort of comparison as well, but how's that sound? And this is with a bit of traffic going by. How clear can you hear my voice compared to other cars that are around as well? I think this is a pretty good test of what it would likely be if I was in a crowded area or on a street. You know, maybe with other people making conversation around me. Can you even make out a word I'm saying, I guess is the big question. And apologies that the color might not look great, or some of the imagery just now might have been a bit washed out. I'm just rapidly throwing the app together to test the audio, not the video. There it is. There is the Purple Panda lavalier or lapel microphone set. Very, very pleased with this. You get a heck of a lot for your $40, I must say. The microphone's very good. It does pick up quite a lot, and it does sound a little contained or cupped. The audio quality, yeah, I don't know that I'm really, really loving it, but maybe with a few adjustments I'll make that work. Also not thrilled that it does pick up a lot of the traffic around me if I'm outside, so that's a thing. But I do like the fact it comes with this very nice drawstring bag. Love the fact it comes with a windsock. Now, interestingly, this default little muffler thing here did a decent job in some breezy situations. Maybe if I'm out on a coastal area and I've got a big bracing wind, this might be more handy. So I'm glad it comes in the pack, but I haven't really got a need for it just yet. The extension cable is a good long length. Now, again, as I mentioned when we did the hallway test, you want to make sure when you plug this thing in, it goes like not just in till you think it's done, but really force it so it goes like a very loud snap. Like that. That's what you want. Now it's connected. The first take I did, I wasn't being recorded and I thought, what's going on? Turns out it's because this thing wasn't all the way in. Pulling it back out's kind of hard. There we go. Okay. But I like the fact that you get a 10-foot extension cable with the set. That's very, very awesome. It comes with an extra lapel pins or a clip, so that's nice. And these other little connectors, I don't have any of these kinds of cameras, but I suppose that's handy to have anyway. But in conclusion, I really, really recommend Purple Panda's lavalier microphone set. If you can get it for a decent price, and if you want to improve your remote audio capabilities, it's you get a lot for your dollar. All right, well, until next time, we'll see you down the rabbit hole.